the 67th Secretary of the State of the United States of America, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Hey, Martin, how are you? Hello. Hello, Michael.
Well, I think why not start with this room? And I think to everyone who is interested in historic preservation feels strongly, which includes everyone here, our hero is Hillary Rodham Clinton. As you know, there are a lot of American landmarks that would never have been preserved or enhanced but for her activism. So I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you very much.
And one very good example of that is the room that we're in and these other rooms like it here in the State Department. And you know, I think it is very important for a foreign visitor to be able to come here and be welcomed in a place that just abounds with the best in American furniture and artifacts and painting. And I know you use this room particularly a lot. I assume it does, but does it make a difference to be able to have a negotiation or a meeting in a room that looks like this?
Well, I think it does, Michael. And this is the Ben Franklin room. You can see Ben up there looking down at us from that wonderful portrait. He's considered the father of the Foreign Service. You know, he was our ambassador to France. He did a lot to actually secure our independence. And this room, when it was redone, it became such a welcoming and magnificent reception area for a lot of the events that we do. I often have big meetings in here, the strategic dialogues with China and India and Pakistan and Afghanistan. We hold them here around big tables, usually in a U or a square. It's where we often have events like I held just last week announcing some of our 21st century initiatives, for example, to expand cell phone technology to more poor women around the world as a means of educating them and connecting them with their communities and beyond. So it really serves as such a great space for convening, and because it is one of several rooms, the Monroe Room, the Jefferson Room, the Adams Room, that are filled with these extraordinary American treasures. The first piece of presidential silver, a Paul Revere coffee pot, is in the Adams Room. The desk that ended the Revolutionary War and secured our independence, the so-called Treaty of Paris desk, an architect's working table that Thomas Jefferson used. So we use these rooms to entertain and to give our visitors a sense of American history and to tell the story of our country, which we believe is such an inspiring and important story in human history. So Michael, I appreciate your kind words, because I really do think if we can preserve these living symbols of American history, it does tell our story, and it is important to entertain people as part of diplomatic outreach. And I know some might think, well, you know, what's the difference? Just sit down and make a deal. But in fact, it's the whole atmospherics. It's how people are treated. It's how they feel welcomed that, sets the tone for what are often very serious discussions and can, make a difference on the margins, which is sometimes what we're looking for.